Last episode, we struck our first gold, and today we're about to cash in. We got gold to smelt, money to gamble, and our eyes on a mobile wash plant, and some shiny new tools from the Mini Machines DLC. If all goes well today, we're going to be scaling up. This hole is much bigger than it used to be. We ran about 2 entire sets of moss mats here, so we have our bucket here of course, that sweet pay dirt. We're gonna go back into our tent here. We got some buckets to filter out. We got 2 full buckets here, so 8 mats worth. We got about 0.8 ounces of gold in there, and I'm hoping we're gonna have enough money to at least get ourselves one of the mini machines. Let's get into it. Got a lot of panning to do here, and I am absolutely stoked. I think with the amount of yardage that we moved in dirt, we gotta have at least some decent gold in here. All right, pick these guys up real quick. I always do the 3rd wash on it. It seems like it only needs 2. I've never gotten any more gold. Go grab our next little pan here, but looking pretty good. That was 0.2 ounces of gold just in one pan, and we got 8 of them. Oh my gosh, that is a honking piece of gold right there. You see it rolling around? Okay, hold on. We still got one more little shaker doodle we got to do here. Don't ask. I don't know why I said doodle. Okay, that looks massive. Apparently not. The sniffer bottle picked it up. I know exactly where we were digging for this. So I'm hoping with the Mini Machines DLC, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna see if we can get the little excavator over there and actually really start pulling some dirt. May even be worth just getting the little bulldozer for it, since we don't really have anything to haul the dirt in to put into a mobile wash plant. I'm hoping they can kind of go hand in hand with each other so we're not overloading. All right, so let's see where 2.6 ounces gets us. We're gonna go drop it off here tonight. Hopefully the blacksmith is open. We are gonna move that to like, let's just like put it like right here. Because I feel like now if we take this, yeah, we get a much better light. Sorry about that, guys. Really bad, really poor decision there. All right, let's get in the car. Sun's setting. We're sitting at, about 5 o'clock. See you guys when we get there. All right, it's definitely getting dark. I'm hoping our blacksmith is still here. Oh, nope. Don't run into his shop. Reason I wanted to get out here is this should take a decent amount of time to smelt too. What are we looking at here? So he's taking the 0.26 from us. It's going to cost us $258, about 15 minutes. Smelt it, buddy. All right. So in the meantime, while he works on that, he should, text us when he's done. We're going to go over and take a look at the machines. I took some backward way again. We'll just take the back way in, It's just right here. We just hop this guy. We did it before in the truck. All right, let's just park it up. So these are what we're looking at here. So we got, 6,000 for the mini excavator, front end loaders 10, and then the drilling machine's 8. We don't have any use for the drilling machine yet. We might be able to pair these together. That's 16,000. We could take the risk and take a small loan for those, because obviously we're not going to make a ton of money on this, like measly, it's under 3 ounces of gold. So, but it's going to give us the ability to pay the loan for a few days while we get some mining done. Yeah, so this is where it comes in. It's like, do we buy it or do we rent it? I think we might rent it for a day. We'll rent the mini excavator, and that's $242. We rent the front end loader for a day. How much is that for one of them? $403. So, under $1,000 to rent these for a day. I'm gonna take an estimate and say we made about $3,000, maybe $4,000 today. Oh, look at this cool little thing. How much is it to rent a quad? It's quite fast. Of course, we got the awesome drilling machine. That's something to rent versus buy. Look, it's 72,000. Yeah, okay. Like we would buy that. Rent it and you spend a day drilling and you bring it back the next day. Okay, let's get in the car. I'm a doofus. They got the trailers over at the parts store. You know what we really need to do? We need to clean this windshield. Jeez. All right, so parts store is right here. Yeah, right here. Here we go. So small trailer, big trailer. 1,000 or 2,400. It would be great to get the big one, because that's gonna I don't think the machines are gonna fit on this one. I think this is more for just like, oh hey, we're gonna pull this around. Mobile fuel tank would be really good too, but like I said, I think these we have to purchase. Look, we got the mini wash plant too. Simplest of wash plants, fully automated and mounted onto a trailer. This is the one that I was talking about. I thought it was 850. It's 908 right now, which is kind of crazy. And then of course these, I know I was talking about the, where is it? The washer right here, the gold nuggetator, $18,000. That is just wild. And then of course we have like these huge mobile water tanks and pumps. So yeah, this is what we're looking at, because that should fit the little excavator arm no problem. So it might just be an excavator thing, and then we do this little wash, you know, this little mini wash plant. We'll have to take a look. Let's go back to our blacksmith. Let's collect our money. We're gonna go drop that in the bank, and then we'll do some shopping probably tonight here. You always want to do the shopping at night. Just realized I didn't have my brights on that entire time. It's kind of crazy. It's amazing how much the sun sets in just a matter of a half an hour. I saw 5 o'clock approaching and I was like, yeah, we need to wrap up ASAP. Wow. Huge shout out to these guys. That's an insane amount of gold. Getting better at whipping her around a corner. I don't want to kill the lights because it's nighttime right now, but so we'll leave her running. Oh, there we go. There's my bar. I was like, how does he give it to me? And then just boom, it's magically in my hands. Oh, you can see it says 2.3 on it, stamped on it. All right, let's go bring it to the bank. Hopefully they're still open. Oh, one more street, I think. Yeah, here's the bank. Oh, you know, that's something I didn't even think about either. Oh, maximum machines on parcel is 4. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I was pretty sure it was over 2. I would like to sell a gold bar, please. Yep, 2,853. Okay. So, I mean, we're definitely on a time crunch if we do rent up these machines and everything. So let's go buy the trailer. How much is this? Oh, it's 24.21. That's insane. Okay. I think that's going to put me over. Oh. Truck's completely gone. Come back, baby, come back. Oh no, really? There you go. Just had to go third person for a second there to figure it out. We'll use third person a lot on the machines and stuff like that. Okay, so we were at 24.21 for the trailer. It's a huge hit, and then it was 905. Oh my gosh, put the handbrake on. So to get one of them, just for the rental, but buying the mobile wash plant, buying a trailer, and renting that for a day is going to cost us $35,068, which leaves us a little bit of money in the bank for some fuel, because this sucker is going to burn through 5.3 gallons every hour. So this has to be really worth it, but we're going to take the chance. We're not here to mess around. We're here to make some money. Big purchase here. We just need $242 to rent the excavator, probably plus another... probably a jerry can. Where's the jerry cans at? Right here. Get another one of these. We're gonna be blowing through fuel. 33.39. I hope I don't regret this. There it is. Look at that. We got our first 2 things here. We should have a jerry can over here as well. Pick this guy up. Throw it in the back of the truck. Always good to have more jerry cans than not enough. The button for the attach. I have to like manually do it. We're a little too close, I think. At least we can say we own this thing, you know? It's gonna be absolutely worthless one day. Why am I not getting a use? There we go. Perfect. Back to the good old Arnold parcel. Let's see. Let's just go up here. I kind of just want to put her like literally right next to our generator. Something like that. There we go. We got her placed up. Uh-oh. Yep, this was a bad idea. We got her just a little stuck in there. I thought we were gonna be able to just kind of take the river down. Definitely not. We got the trailer hooked up. We're coming in here to go rent out our little excavator. I figure, oh geez, I always forget the handbrake. Yeah, there's our little trailer hooked up. Go take a look at renting the excavator. So I think I made a very crucial error. That was me thinking that I had to transport that machine. I believe they deliver them to us. Yeah, we got checkout and transport. All right. So we got the excavator for $242. We want to take the mini excavator and send it over there, and they want $400. Well, hold on a second. Can I manually move it? I swore that I picked up stuff here before, but then again, we play a lot of different games. Let's see. To order. Dang. You know, that's why you always read the small print. I can't believe that. We are short by small, insignificant amounts of money. All right. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go see if we can sell our sluice box, or at least the top section, for it to get $400. This is crazy. I don't want to take a loan. That's the whole thing. You know, I was trying to prevent that. All right, well, let's go drop our trailer off. Might just be best if we sell it off again. I really don't think we're gonna get much money for it though. Dang it. I got the truck stuck because the trailer was stuck on something. You know, just moving this stuff can be an entire day. All right, so look here, it's right here. We're just gonna bonk into it. There we go. Give us plenty of space to turn around. Get the trailer hooked up. There it is. Okay. Whoa! What the heck? Hey, let's go before we break it any further. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what we got stuck on there too, and I hit it again. Oh no. Ah! Okay. So let's stop right here. Oh my gosh. Handbrake, handbrake. Okay. Let's disconnect the trailer. We don't need it right now. I feel like this was a really bad purchase. And then we have the original no pump sluice box. We're selling this because, you know, I think it's going to get us to 400 bucks. And I don't want to completely ditch our previous thing with all the money that we just spent. Otherwise, we're just going to be losing money. So this will be our first experience with the sell point over here. Drop that in there. Please tell me. Oh no, they gave me $25 for it. Sweet. Well, it's like we got a little grinding to do. I literally get just a little bit more gold. I can't believe this. All right, do it the old-fashioned way. Let's go. Be back with you guys when we got a little bit of gold. All right, well, there we go. An in-game day later, we got ourselves another full set of mats. So we'll get this cleaned up here, turn off our generator. You know, I think in the end, it kind of works out for us that we're gonna have a nice little buffer of money. We were cutting it a little tight with the trailer. Kind of wish I thought about that a little bit more before we purchased it, but hey, you know what? Mistakes happen, and we're just gonna roll with the punches at this point. There we go. Our third clean out of the day. We're actually in the light now, so hopefully you guys enjoy that a little bit more. Not looking too good on this first one, but hey, you know what? Anything will get us to the being able to transport this. Nice. 0.8. Any more hiding in here? I don't think so. Let's close that up. Yep. All right. So I'll meet you guys over at the blacksmith, go to the bank, sell it off, and hopefully get ourselves our mini excavator. And we're going to do some work on that little section of property over there. Hope it's worth it, to be honest. But on the bank's front doorstep, that's where they like to receive delivery. And there it is, $889. That'll give us a leeway of an additional day of rental on the mini excavator. See if it's even worth keeping around on our site. Oh my gosh. I need to like put a sticky note on my dash, like, don't forget to engage the handbrake. All right, let's take this, drop it over there. Transport cost. Move your machines. There we go. So we should have a little excavator over there. Well, let's get back to the claim. Nothing like a little bit of snow coming down on the old Arnold. Hey, there it is. Sheesh. Hey, I remembered the... There we go. I remember the handbrake that time, not the headlights. There we go. Moving around in our mini excavator. How cool is this? It's definitely not the quickest thing. I'm glad that we were able to transport it and... you know, that we didn't need to use the trailer. I don't even think it would have fit on the trailer. Let's find out here. Yeah, I don't think that would have fit. Maybe. But like even doing that, like how am I going to hop that up on there, you know? All right, let's get moving here. Gonna get her in position for tomorrow. We'll, you know, try a little test dig. It's gonna be a little crash course for me. I got the dual joysticks set up when we usually play some flight games, Star Citizen, stuff like that. Figured we'd, you know, get the full experience here. Let's see. Hold on. What's going on here? Getting a little caught up in the river. I was gonna say, you better let me come over here. Oh yeah, look at that. Get our scoop out. Okay. A little bit. We got the little help rod for this, so we can kind of see where we gotta dump it, at least until we get a little more used to this. Okay, so it's about 4 scoops. That's going to be a much bigger bit of bucket there. So let's turn it off for now. We're gonna get some shut eye. So we got, you know, you guys kind of saw what the light was looking like on this thing. It's not the brightest in the world. So But it looks like we got a nice little setup here. We'll get the hoses and everything set up. We'll probably move the generator out of the way so that we don't have to worry about tripping over that. There you go. Everything should be off. And we're gonna sleep till dawn. Yeah, look at that processed pay dirt. You know, it doesn't seem like a lot, but almost 13 yards by shovel is kind of wild. We got 4.78 ounces and, you know, provision of rent and money spent on machinery rent. Look at this. It's still snowing. Well, we got like legit dirt now. That's exciting. It doesn't feel as cold anymore. It's 6 a.m. right now. Sun's not even up. Let's get this stuff wound up. Okay, then we get it nice and hooked up here. We're gonna kind of put the generator downstream a bit. I'll drop it right there. Detach this guy, wind it up, and go. We'll drop that right down there. You know, keep the noise down a little bit. We don't need to be listening to a generator hum the entire time. We'll kind of do something like here. We don't want to do like a super long run because that's gonna affect our flow. But, oop, we'll drop her like right there. There we go. Water is supplied. We need a bucket. Let's go get our bucket. Oh, this is exciting. Get our bucket down under there and we'll fire this sucker up. You know what? Maybe not. Here, this is what we'll do. Let's turn it off. Let's get some more dirt in there. Utilize this time right now to get used to our controls and get some more dirt dug out. There we go. I think that was a really bad bucket. Oh wait, we didn't even dump it. Yeah, we're missing the mark on that. We're almost like a little too close. Try that again. I'll try to see where we gotta be. So my hope with this method is that we're gonna be getting a lot better pay than we were before. I don't know why it's, geez, like our first bucket load that we did was so much, and now these are like 4%. Let's see if that does anything better for us. A little bit better. Kind of long reaching it right now. Like that one didn't do anything. Okay, try doing it like that maybe and tilt her up. This thing's got a nice little claw on it too. Be great for setting up bigger plants, that's for sure. There we go, 98%. That makes me happy. Let's see how fast this processes. If we can just keep slamming dirt in it while it's running, that's going to be great for us. Feel like it should process it pretty quick. Where's the... There it is. Okay, we got that on. Let's turn the water on. Oh yeah, look at it go. That's actually pretty impressive. So let's see how many full buckets we need, because we can stage our buckets up too. We just hit our first percentage in gas too. So like it might be worth just turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. Then we don't have to do a lot of fuel runs, because if that processes 1% fuel for one full thing, and that's 50%, we do 2 full things. Well, we won't ever have to worry about the gas in this thing. Yep, there it is, just about 50%. Got to play this smart in the beginning, you know? Turn off stuff that you're not using. Takes 2 seconds. Hop back into the excavator. I did not check the fuel level on this though. Oh my god. It's pretty much, oh wait, no, there it is. I was like, it's pretty much out of fuel. No, we got fuel in it. There we go. That's a nice full bucket. So now we just kind of close her up, bring her up. Yeah, see, those are the fills we need. So we need to make sure we're doing that scraping action, but not hitting the teeth on the bottom, because we do not have money to be repairing a rental. There we go. Nice and full. Pick her up and repeat. There we go. I don't know what kind of goofiness I was doing before, but I was really regretting the purchase there. Nope. Yeah, we got a little crazy there with it. Hold on. Yeah, I'll take it. You get any of this up? Yeah, see, I don't wanna break a tooth, but I do want to just scrape that bottom a little bit. That's where the good stuff's at. So like I'll take all day, every day, something like that. And then we just dump her in there. And we're at 95%. We'll turn it off and go repeat. So this should get us a full bucket here too. Fire her up. You know, it's setups like this that makes me just want to actually go out and do this in real life. Obviously, I don't think this would be $900, nor do I think you would get this good of returns, but so if this goes well, we're going to get rid of this. We need to make a decent amount of money in one day with our excavator, and then we'll look at purchasing it for good. Then we can start looking at using like the skid steer and getting some nice big scoops and kind of working that. And just like that, 2 full buckets, and we got a full bucket here. I just want to make sure that we can actually pan this, and then it's not just required to go into like a wave table. To be honest, with my other save, I just, you know, we always did like maxed it out. Let's see. Oh my God. That's legit right there. How many of these pans do we get though? Like 4, like we usually do with the, we're at 1.2 ounces. This is the best cleanup we've ever had. Man, look at all that. Holy. All right, we call it there. 1.648 ounces in that little cleanup. Do we have any more? Nope. All right, so let's get the buckets out there. We're gonna do a massive dig out here. Got a lot of work to be done. We got the machine for a day right now. We're negative money in the bank, but I can guarantee you right now, the gold that we just made will pay off that debt. Yeah, I'm thinking hog pan can go. I don't think we need this anymore. So you know what? I'm going to take this apart, get it out of the way. You know, it was good knowing you, hog pan, but we just don't need your services anymore. Let's see here. Drop that there. Sell this stuff off. Sell it. Confirm. I did forget that we have all this stuff out here too that we can be storing. We now can kind of move a little bit more. I'm hoping we can kind of work our way down in there and then just start loading it that way. So let's get a little rearrangement going on here. Get her fired up. Get in the hole. You know, we got a real problem here. Keep bumping into here and I'm stuck. Hopefully we're not losing this dirt, but I gotta move it. Pretty well wedged in here. They're stuck on this little spike. Let's get this taken care of. All right, that should be pretty good. See if we can get back in now. All right, let's fire her up again. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, see, now I'm hitting over here. Kind of do a backwards spin around here. See what we can do. Hey, now it allows me to spin all the way around. What the heck? Okay, let's get going on this. We got, like I said, we got no time to waste. Not ideal, not ideal. Barely got any in. Gosh darn it. Oh, come on. You know, this is what it's like using a rental. It's like, I have no experience in this. Like, where did all that dirt go? It just disappeared. Out here shoveling. Oh, I got an excavator. You know, it's like, come on. The plan was there. Execution, not so much. Yeah, like, look at this. I still can't. Okay. Yeah, this is how you live it up in Haines, Alaska right here. Got a nice heated cab. It's still a little chilly out there, right? Yeah, 40 degrees out there. Ain't nothing to mess around with, especially with water flowing. Yikes. Parker Schnabel would be proud. Okay, so let's make sure we get in here properly. I'm gonna come in over here, turn it. No, no, no. Go in here, turn. Are you kidding me? I'm stuck on the tree. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we bring her in. We're staying out of the pit. It's just bad news all over it. I think it's because of just how weird the terrain is, but it's definitely causing us massive issues. Okay, so here's what we got to do. Oh, of course, we dropped it into the pit somehow. Get rid of this mains. There we go. That's actually almost exactly where I want it. Leave it here like that. I think we're probably gonna have to unhook it. But see, like, then we're able to kind of work in this area and get it up in there. Let's get our buckets back in. That bucket could go in there. These ones we're just going to put here. And this will actually make it easy because the truck's right here. So as we get buckets complete, we'll put them in the back of the bed. I'm determined to make this work. It's like, I know it should. So I think we just park up kind of close to it right here. We're going to work in like a radius around it. And then that's when we start backing it up and kind of fill in from there. So I'm thinking like right about there. Hit the handbrake. And now we should be good to kind of dig as we please here. So let's see. Oh yeah, see, this is what we were doing wrong. It's so much better. Gosh, I was struggling with that for so long. Longer than I would like to admit, guys. Everything's fully OSHA approved here, okay? Okay, now let's get back to digging while that processes. Can't be super fast about it, but we can at least, you know, and we can do something like that. Hit this, push it out and around. Hey, that's pretty cool. You can actually see the water jets shooting on that. I like that. Oh, you know what? The one issue with doing it this way is that bucket's gonna fill up. Shoot. Oh yeah, look, there's all our tailings shooting out of the end, right into the river. Perfect. All right, get ready to swap it. Oh, and God, those aren't physics-based. All right, we need dirt. There we go. Cue montage of just digging dirt. But I'd say that's some massive progress right there. We got all this to figure out. So I'm thinking if we could get it pretty much poured in or backed into right about there, we can kind of start working on this side. Let's get this clean out going. And we'll say this is like our first probably like legitimate payday here. This is gonna be good. Never done 4 buckets at once in this series, and it's gonna be spectacular. This is when you need the wave table. So I will get back to you guys once we finish the clean out, and I'll get you a final total on that, or if we find anything spectacularly big, get you guys in a bit. Like, that's some serious gold right there. You can see how many are in our, look at that, of a 1 pan. We do have the random nuggets off too, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Like, whereas I feel like if we cleared that area out, we probably would have came across like 10 of those. Like 2, 4, 6, 8, like that's probably 10 pickers. And then we got like a ton in our snuffer bottle. You can see it. Wild. Let's put that away. That's it on that one. And we got one more pan here. There's a rock over there just rolling on the ground. I don't know if you guys see that. What is going on over there? And there it is. There is no more buckets. So out of 4 buckets, we got 9.6 ounces of gold. How cool is that? I'll do the math on what per bucket average that is. So we got 9.603 and we had 1.4643, I think. 7.96. So that's 1.99 ounces of gold per bucket. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very happy about that. Oh yeah, look here. So this is the location for the main wash plant. And then over here is for the orange beast. That's the DLC, the other one. So that one's kind of cool because it's got this nice little ramp where you could take some big dump trucks up to and be dumping in. Do a whole nice little flow there. But all right, let's go get this gold smelted down, and we will go see how much we made here today. I'm pretty excited about it. You know, this makes me confident in buying the bigger wash plant, getting the skid steer, whether we rent it or buy it. And then, you know, we kind of continue on doing what we're doing, because this is proof of concept that we'll be making money every single time that we end a day. We're not even like halfway through the day either, I should say. We started at 6 a.m. It hasn't even been 4 hours in, and it is now 10:30. We're running at 3x on the time of day scale. It gives us plenty of time, makes the value of our rentals more worth it. We just don't want to be racing against the time of day. We'll probably pick up the speed a little bit once we get a lot more on-site lighting, that kind of thing. I just don't want to be working through the nights where it's pitch black, you know. Pine Valley. Ouch. That was an abrupt thunk. All right. How much is he gonna want? Because, you know, I don't even know if we can like do this. Because he wants money for this. Will it just throw us negative? Oh my gosh, it will. So we're kind of forced here. The half ounce, or close to. Not sure how much it's gonna take, but 0.65. Yeah, there we go. That way. That was stupid. That was stupid of me. We need to be positive in cash, and like it's not possible unless we sell a ton of the gold ore, which I know we're losing money on selling it. So it's 40% the price of gold. All right. Strats. We're gonna go to the bank. We're gonna go take out a loan for like $1,000 just to, or like, yeah, 1,000 or whatever the minimum is, just to get us out of debt so that we can make this gold bar, then pay it off immediately. Loan. Okay, here we go. We can, you mean to tell me I can't take a bigger loan? Okay, whatever. We're gonna have to sell a little bit of the ore to him. That's fine. It's just, you know, it's kind of like a push and pull on this right now. We need to figure out what we got charged for, because we finished that day off and we lost like $1,200 over the day. You guys know entirely what that is? Drop it in the comments below. I'm very upset about that. Like, I knew we had the rental, like, and I feel like we may have gotten slapped with the rental twice because we rented it the night of. instead of it being like a 24-hour rental. We got 7 ounces, so we'll sell just a little bit more too. There it is. Man, that burned like 3 ounces of gold. There'll be a 6-ounce bar. Let's smelt it. And it'll have that for us in a little bit here. We'd be in a much better position if we didn't buy that trailer. We wouldn't have gone negative. We would have been able to sell our gold at full price. Like, I want to say it's probably been about 2-3 years since I've played gold mining sim. I'm glad to be back in it though. And there it is. He's got our gold bar for us. Let's grab that sucker. $7,400. I'll take it. You know, I was hoping it was going to be closer to about the $9,000 range. But any money's good money right now. That's going to give us some money to sit on here. And of course, we are going to pay that loan off in full before any interest, really. Oh, yeah, we still take interest regardless of the payback. Wow. All right. Well, that's paid off now. So happy about that. Jeez. So we got $6,766. Man. So this guy right here, we could buy and like do a full mobile wash plant setup, but I think we continue using the mini wash plant because it does seem to be helping. The wave table could save us considerable amount of time. You guys didn't see a lot of it, but that took me about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes to smash through all the panning for that. And of course the magnetite separator will make those pans even better, and we'll get a better rate from our blacksmith as well. And then we got a magnetite trailer. We would need that to sell off all that magnetite. Don't need anything with water tanks yet. The nuggetator's well out of reach. Got some lighting. Other than that, you know, I really think we take a look at getting that skid steer and, you know, doing that. A little work light might not be a bad idea either. $200 ain't bad. Yeah, but other than that, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up there. We'll be back in gold mining simulator before you know it, and we're gonna be pushing towards probably getting the bigger mobile wash plant, getting some bigger stuff going. But we're gonna finish clearing out the rest of that pit. We'll call it the sandbox because I feel like a kid playing around in there. And we're just gonna head on back right now. We still got the rest of the day to be mining some gold, and we're gonna get the full use out of that rental. Hopefully get another similar, you know, 9-10 ounces out of the rest of today, and might have money to just outright buy the skid steer. So that could be really crucial, especially if we set up that mobile wash plant properly. We could be using it as like a mini front end loader and just be filling that up non-stop and kind of do some strip mining that way. But don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Drop a comment down below what your favorite setup is. You know, whether it's some of these DLCs or some of the OG trommels. Other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya. Oh no, we left our generator on. That was a big waste of gas. Ain't the worst thing that could happen though.
Thank you for tuning in. You made this party shine. For every laugh and grin, you brought your vibe divine. We danced through every beat. You kept it on repeat. We say thank you for the love can't deny.